This map right here, this is everywhere that I've been exploring in these videos. As you can see, in my last video, it took about 2.3 miles to hike. And then what you're seeing right now, these green dots, that's where I enter from. It's a safe area. And then everything else in the forest is bad. This black circle that I'm drawing right now, this was all the area that I covered in video 1. Okay, what I'm drawing right now is what I covered in video 2. I went really far to the north. And then this square right now that I'm going to trace in blue for video 2, this is where I almost got ran over. This is a very bad area. So yeah, that whole red part, that is from video 2. All right, what I'm drawing in yellow, this is from video 3. This was my most recent video, minus the one that I'm uploading right now. Also, what I'm drawing in purple, that's the witch's house, and I put W for the witch, and then F for the fence around the house that I can't get into anymore. And everything that I'm highlighting in this yellow area, that was all covered in video 3. Video 3 only got 46 views because YouTube hates me. Everything that I'm covering in blue right now, including the bad area, I went further into it. There's this one dude who, gave me a dirty look when he was driving by, and I just smile and wave to him. But yeah, anyways, this whole area that I'm covering in blue right now, this is everything that you're about to see once I'm done showcasing this to you. I doubt anyone's still watching because YouTube just shows my shit to like children or old folks. God forbid I have an actual target audience, let alone people who enjoy watching my stuff. So yeah, everything covered in video 4 is going to be in blue, and we'll get to that in a second here. And now I just want to cover everything, all the other points of interest that I eventually want to go to. I'm going to circle here in white. There's another bunker here, but I'm not too sure if it really is a full bunker. That's why I put that question mark there. And there's some problems getting here because I have to go through the bad area and I have to go on those roads, and there's evil people on those roads. Okay, there's one problem with my mic and the way I sound. It's that I can never tell if I'm being too loud or too quiet. So if the audio sounds really bad, even after I fixed it for like the 30th time, not even joking, I don't know. I'm just gonna leave it at this. If I'm too quiet in the future, damn. All right. Let's actually get into this video here. I'm done stalling. So, first thing I encountered on my journey here was this hole in the ground. We've seen this hole in the ground before as well. That was in episode 1 next to that destroyed car. Now, this hole was pretty much the same, except it had a Lowe's bucket, a rake, a trash bag, and a whole bunch of hot pink tampons in there. What a steal, what a find. Now next, I want you to listen closely after we showcase this mushroom, because as I was walking further, I heard loud music in the forest, and let's hope that my phone was able to pick it up. Okay, I'm not too sure if it picked it up or not, but here I am continually walking more west than I've ever been. Random piece of cardboard on the ground that I step over. We're gonna keep walking here. There's a plane right up there in the sky. Two vacuums here. Don't know what the first one is, but the other one is Kirby. And then I focus myself on this trash pile over here. Now, this trash is trash. However, there's a bunch of people's phones in there. Samsungs, Motorola's, and a couple iPhones here and there. And they're all broken, destroyed to smithereens. Because when people steal these cars, they steal people's phones, so they gotta destroy them so they don't get tracked. Now, there's also some... other random stuff in here. There's a cement bucket. Luckily, it wasn't full of poop. And there's some flaming chemical bucket right there. And then I pick up something that looks shiny, and lo and behold, it's a battery. Good thing it didn't explode in my hand there, or I'd be missing a couple of fingers. Here's a light bulb, obligatory werewolf reference, if you know, if you know. Here's somebody's bra that I skimmed past to pick up some playing cards that have been ruined from the rain recently. Rub my fingers off because, hey, that's kind of gross. And I continue on my way. Now here I am going more south than west, showing my face, my ugly mug here, because somebody broke that sink right there. Yep. Let that sink in, chat. Somebody broke that sink. All right. Here's another crossroad on top of crossroad. One goes to the left, way far down there. I'm not walking down there today. So I continue and I go this way. Now this way gets a little creepy here in a second, as we're about to see. As I continue past, here's a more trash bags. Here's a random broken fence out in the middle of nowhere. Random oil canister. Who knows what that is? Keep walking here. More garbage, more junk. Here. Something with the Fox logo on it. I'm going to keep walking past that. And lo and behold, somebody's refrigerator, and it stunk really bad, and I didn't want to go opening it because, you know, that one dude said, oh, what if it's a crime scene? So, and here I am looking down there, as you can see, very scary. So I wag my finger and I say, oh, hell no. And I continue to walk back the other way. Also, I heard a couple of cars, so inside. Okay, as I'm walking more east now, walking back, found a steering wheel here. I think that belongs to a Honda. I'm not too sure. That's a random bike seat. I kept walking. I found one of the Witch of the Woods artifacts here. And now this is an electrical container with a bunch of painted brown rocks in there, probably spirit stones or something that she puts her curse on. Here's a plasma Panasonic TV out in the forest, just rotting for all eternity. Kind of weird. Kept walking here. then I stumble upon something cool. This giant cactus. Look how big this thing is. And I even get a close up of the thorns. Look how big those thorns are. They're about the size of my pointer finger. Insane size, basically. And I kept walking here, and then I found this F-150 thing in the dirt over here, probably from one of the cars that they scrapped, and I decided to hang on to it as a little souvenir of my travels. Then I got to another crossroad, and I realized where exactly I was at, in the worst place I could be. So I looked at the camera with my double chin here. I'm big and bloated, and I was a little scared here, but I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna continue on. I'm gonna grow a pair. I'm almost 22 at the time of this, and now I'm 22. So I'm like, yeah, let me just keep walking here. Once again, showing off my ugly mug and a plane flying overhead. And here we are at the bunkers. Now, this bunker was cool. It had a lot of weird stuff in it, including a burnt down car. Here's the engine right there, kind of rusting away. Some rather extraordinary car part. I don't know what I'm saying, but random car parts here and there. I'm trying to add character to something that doesn't have character. I have no personality, so I know that's somebody's gripe, but I can't help it, dude. I really can't. I have to live with it, so you have to listen to it. Yeah, just random pieces of a car there. More car stuff. I don't really know what to say. There's a box fan in there from Walmart. It's been pretty looted. Oh, my allergies are gonna start acting up again. Wonderful. Here's a singular soccer cleat. And here's another card, a 2 card that I flipped over. More trash bags. Nothing of interest here. Some more garbage, a coconut, an ace card. Wipe my fingers off because, hey, kind of dirty. A tire, more random miscellaneous car parts. So I'm like, okay, I'm kind of bored of that bunker. Let's go to the next one. Next bunker. Burnt marks on the top.
I'm such a brappy chud.
What are those? Sunglass lenses. Yeah. And then a My Chemical Romance disc. Fuck. This is the fourth time I've said it. You know what, whatever. It's a disc. There's no disc in it, but it's a disc. Somebody's Game Boy toilet scrubber right there, kind of gross. More phone pieces, somebody's phone case, somebody's phone, a burnt chair, a burnt mattress, just weird stuff over here. The weird dirt ash mound that stunk really badly as well. Somebody's Amazon package that was probably stolen. And yeah, just more random junk. So I was like, okay, cool. And then I found a shoe.
Dead body. Torch pirate. Piping system. Another shoe.
Then I went to another trash pile here and looked, and there was some weird stuff in there. Then I continued on to the third bunker now, and the third bunker, lo and behold, had more burnt stuff in the entire top of it. So somebody's burning a lot of stuff in these bunkers. As we can see, there's some tires against the wall here. There's more burnt garbage. A wine bottle. Somebody had a good time with that decoy. Yeah, but yeah, look at all these tires here. Insane amount of tires, and then there is a broken broom handle. And then I went to the next bunker and
seems to be a vehicle.
And then some evil-looking people drove by, and I turned around, and I was kind of frozen in fear, I'm going to be honest, because I'm out here all alone, and, well, I'm not the strongest tool in the shed. So they kind of just mad dogged me, and I didn't have any other line of defense, so I just smiled and waved and said, hello. And they didn't say anything. They just kept driving. Yeah, there's a lot of garbage there. I didn't want to stick around to explore. Wanted to get the hell out of here. Also found this thing that dropped off of the truck.
At least they didn't try to run me over. Let's look like different people, but yeah. Just gonna go back now. It's burping up a storm in there. Probably not the best place to be, but
This looks to be a murder weapon, but I googled it, and it's actually a tire puncture. So I am stealing this bit of evidence for myself for a line of defense in case those people come back. You know, who knows. So then I decided to hightail it out, go the same way that I ran, but this time take a brisk walk because I'm too fat to run now. Another disadvantage of being big and bloated. I went back to these rusted pieces that are even more rusted now. This part looks like a lightsaber handle.
A slime. Yeah. Alright, well. Alright. So, yeah, that was this grand adventure. Still risking my life here. Probably need like 20 views on this because, you know, YouTube hates me. I don't know. YouTube be like, we hate this man. Give him 10 views. It's just very unfortunate. I'm gonna go back this way, so. Very mysterious. I didn't record it is why I had my phone going, but I turned around and I waved to the people and they were both like mad dogging me like they're tough. And I'm smiling and waving. Yeah. I think that's a bigger show of my steel balls right there. They're like, oh damn, this white boy, all right, he might be kind of scary. Let's drive past. So, hopefully they bought it. But yeah, I definitely need to skedaddle. So, but as you can tell from 2 videos ago, this is where I ran. These people are mysterious. They don't seem friendly. I mean, homeless people over there, yeah, they seem friendly, but people over there stealing cars, scrapping stuff, and taking people's crap, they're not too friendly. And I wonder why. But I ain't a cop, so ain't my job. I'm kind of just the man in the middle. I'm the cameraman. I'm like the news crew during like a bank robbery. Don't shoot me, but I'm gonna try and get this on film. What is that? Look at that. Oh, no. Weird green long bug-like creature trying to attack my cellular device. Alright, let me get out of here. This is cool though. This is like a definite I won like a pimp thug weapon. Boom, like that. I don't know what my tree arms are gonna do, but I think it's this way. Stuff's still here. This is really cool. This is a lightsaber handle. I'm such a fat fucking nerd. Look at this. It's like, alright, let's go.
And then finally we end with me laying in the dirt, celebrating my 2.3 mile hike that I walked. This is my home, looking up at the sky as well. And on that note, thank you for watching.